Howdy and welcome back. I think last time we touched base, I was bringing the truck down from 0 miles to 1,000 from Maine to South Carolina. And here we are 3 months later with 12,000 more miles, almost 13,000. So, wanted to share a little bit of what that mileage has covered, and namely, kind of the last adventure I took with it. So, here we are in Cosby, Tennessee, at Outdoors in the Smokies. My wife and I had taken a bit of a week vacation down in Gatlinburg and looking for off-roading places nearby. This is one of the locations that I found. And so, after reading their website and looking at some videos online, I reached out per kind of the instructions on the website, directed to the property manager. His name's Dan. Incredible guy, very, very nice, really accommodating, wants you to have a good time and be safe, and so it was great. Gave him a call and let him know, hey, we were interested in coming. Are you guys open today? How do we go about kind of setting up time to go visit? And he said, yeah, it's open today, and you guys are the only ones that are going to be out here so far. So just give me a heads up on your ETA and shoot me a text if you'd like, and let me know when you're here, and we'll get started. Great. So we grabbed some snacks and drinks, and we headed out. It was about an hour from where we were staying. It's about 45 minutes from the main strip in Gatlinburg, and a really beautiful countryside to kind of drive through to get there. Once we arrived, we actually caught him sort of in the wrong part of the property, and he helped. Fortunately, he was there and helped redirect us over to kind of a pavilion that he has set up. So the experience was really, really easy and fun. He traditionally, I think his property has been more for side by sides and Jeeps. They might have had a Bronco or so, but being a little bit different vehicle, he was really interested in learning more about it, understanding if it's independent front suspension or solid front axle, or does it have lockers, sort of all the different aspects. He just wanted to know to help teach us, where we'd be best suited along the trail system he has. So signed a waiver, and he walks through very clearly and will field any questions that you have. The different trails, the way that they're marked. He walks through the difficulty level and how that's derived, and a big portion of it is actually based on how steep it is. So if it's really, really steep, it's going to be a harder rated trail. More so than just like, are there any really hard obstacles? And I would say across the entire trail system that we explored, we didn't come across any really hard obstacles. We did have one very nerve-wracking incline, or I guess decline, really, that will be shown probably in the next video. But in either case, he walks through it, answers any questions you have. I asked him, is it worth airing down here? I don't have a great way to air back up. So he was able to accommodate that if that was something we were interested in. But he had taken his Gladiator at 50 psi around the property and didn't have any issues, and so we elected not to air down. And yeah, also Ernie, who is kind of the star of the show. Very large, probably 150-pound mountain dog, who is the sweetest, bestest boy. He was a great puppy dog. My wife quite enjoyed petting him and enjoying that fun, while me and Dan talked about the trail and kind of what we plan to do that day. So yeah, there's lots of primitive campsites there as well, and so if that's something of interest, it's a great place to go check that out. He's accommodated groups before, so I cannot recommend enough the place itself, with having really, really fun trails that gives people of all experiences and capabilities and different vehicles the opportunity to sort of learn, but also just the experience of working with him as a person was really, really good. So that is my plug for Outdoors in the Smokies. I cannot recommend it enough. But a little bit more about what we did. So they rate the trails green, blue, black, and respectively. That's basically the easy, medium, hard trails. And so we stair stepped our way up. We started on the green trail, trail one, and just kind of walked through it, figured out what what it was like, kind of how tight it was. I will say this is the most technical, if you want to call it that, off-roading that I have done, just that it was so tight by comparison of the experience I had in Colorado and some of the experiences I've had in North Georgia. It was just tighter trails. It wasn't anything bad. I would do them all again, but something to note that it's a little bit different than other off-roading places that I have been to so far. But yeah, we started on a green, we ended up on a blue, and we just ran a bunch of kind of whatever we were feeling at the time, and eventually worked our way up to the black trails. We did Trail 3, which is sort of almost like a capstone or trademark kind of place there, in my opinion, where it leads up to a really, really beautiful overlook. And so that was a lot of fun to get to go experience that overlook and also just kind of get to do one of the harder trails. I will say, from a difficulty perspective, it wasn't that hard going up. There was one kind of rock outcropping spot where you kind of have to tackle over a rock face, but I did it on a stock level, like stock suspension and ride height Ranger Raptor, and I suspect Jeeps and equivalent vehicles would have no issues going over it. So it's a little bit narrow, but in general, it was a slightly steep incline. We just took nice and slow, got over that, and then got to enjoy that beautiful view. The descent was very steep, not uncomfortably steep, just steep enough to need to pay attention. And I think that was really the name of the game across most of the trails here. There was, from the ones that we did, there were none that you were in a really precarious obstacle spot. They were more so just having to take your time because of the incline associated with it. So that's my 2 cents as far as how the trail rating and how all of that sort of looked like to me. But it was a ton of fun. We spent probably 4 or 5 hours there across the entire day, and we stopped for pictures and having a drink and using the restroom and stuff like that. There are portable restrooms on the property, so you have that available to you. And yeah, we just got to enjoy the day, and it was a lot of fun. So I would I would recommend it to anyone interested who's in the area in Tennessee. If you're within an hour and a half, I would absolutely recommend going there. Give Dan a call first and get that set up. But we will certainly be back, and I hope to bring some friends next time. So that's about it for the experience going there. It was, again, I can't recommend it enough, but I think moving forward, we'll probably give that place another visit. There's some others that we also want to check out, but I'm going to break up just because I didn't see a ton of videos on this place that were really recent. I think I'm going to try to break. I'll have some longer videos like this one that encompass kind of the whole thing and are a little bit more just kind of background viewing. But I'm actually going to break it up into a small series to cover each trail and give everybody kind of an insight into what it felt like going through those trails more independently and a little bit quicker viewing. So yeah, a lot of fun. We'll be back and hope everybody enjoys the remainder of what's shared here on the video. A lot of really pretty sights, some really, really cool kind of trails to go through, and yeah, hope that's enjoyable. So feel free to leave comments. Don't hesitate to like or share, and we will see you next time.